Welcome back to my channel. Just got in from work. It's first Monday back, so never easy, and it's snowing as well. So um, yeah, it's been quite a difficult day, very long day as well. I'm doing sort of two jobs, and so I've been working from about sort of like half 7, half 8 in the morning, till about 7 p.m. tonight. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to say a few words about the cat, my lovely cat, and yeah, do you know what? It's probably the second cat that I've had a responsibility for in my life. When I was a kid, we had dogs. We had Labrador. Then we had a sort of collie cross. It was like a very small black thing, and so I've never really sort of been around pets. I've never really had responsibility either. Um, so the first proper cat that we had, that was about God, yeah, more than 15 years ago, a long time ago now. Um, I don't know. I mean, my attitudes towards the cat was like it was a fluffy, fun thing to have around. It was a bit of a plaything. It was, yeah, it wasn't really, and I think the cat knew it because I had no idea about how to communicate with cats back then. So it was a case of, yeah, I would, grab the cat, and the cat would like bite me. She liked to bite me, and I think it was just, very poor, childish communication on my behalf. So I didn't really kind of fully appreciate the cat's life, and what it meant. Um, but the cat that's just passed, and still a bit raw. I'm a lot better now. I couldn't have done this video the day after, or the same day. It just wouldn't have been a good feeling, and it was yeah, she was about 22 years old, so one would say she had a good innings. But you never want to lose, something that's, taken your heart and stuff. And I learnt a lot actually, since I think since the other cat died, which was about 2011. Um, over this last 6, 7 years, I've learnt a lot about, some their little ways and stuff. So it's made communicating on some level, a lot easier. So yeah, I just wanted to share a couple of the things that I kind of, and I don't know how true these are, but it might help you if if you've got a cat and it's playing up a bit, and um yeah, I mean, it's cats are very unpredictable anyway, and I'm no expert on cats, but I found that the cat used to just stare at me for ages, and then all of a sudden it would go, and it was just a really slow, deliberate blink, and I only found out what that meant a bit later, um, which was like it's just an affection thing. It's just them showing affection, and so I used to slow blink back, and I just kind of felt that was my way of communicating. It's, I mean, I mean, I wish cats could, maybe say something, say words or something, but because you want to know when your pet is poorly, or they need something, or they're lacking something maybe that you can offer them. You'd be fantastic to know exactly what that was. But do you know what? I think the beauty of pets is that they're not able to communicate in words, because I think they're able to communicate in energy, and you kind of you pick that energy up from them. So if you're feeling really bad, they'll just turn up and they'll just sit next to you, and they kind of communicate that energy onto you, and it does really, really help. I've had a few really kind of like naff times when I've felt down and suicidal and stuff like that, and to have like a little furry friend who just turns up. There's no questions. There's no what's the matter with you. There's no um, where you've been. I need something to eat. It's just this very undiluted, non-verbal love that they give you. Um, and I thought, it was wonderful. The other thing I learnt actually, and this was probably over the last for 4 years, was that to change the cat's water very, very regularly. I mean, I did change it regularly, but so I changed it very, very regularly because I read somewhere that cats' natural instinct was to drink from running water. Um, and the closest thing you could do is actually give them fresh water because it kind of still feels to the cat as if it's like drinking from a stream or something. Um, so I mean, I spent some time, looking up um, these interesting communicative things online and on YouTube, and it's all helpful. And I think it's sort of made the relationship better with the pet and stuff. And yeah, I think the other thing was when I had the previous cat, I used to just kind of like not grab the cat, in a sort of rough way, but you'd stroke the cat, you'd stroke it down its back, you'd try and rub its belly, you'd grab it on the sides and rub it there. And unless you kind of got like many years of trust, with that cat, um, you can actually it's a little bit too much for cats. Um, and someone said, what you want to do is like make a fist, and your cat will sort of like then rub its head against your hand, because naturally you think fists are a form of aggression, so you don't want to make a fist at a cat. But the cats don't see it that way. They see it as a sign of affection, and they'll rub their faces against it. And that's when I found out that the most I think receptive part of a cat is the sides of its face and stuff, and that's where it kind of releases a lot of its kind of chemicals and stuff. I don't know what the word is for the chemicals, but I'm sure somebody does. So yeah, I learned a few things about communicating with her, and it made it very, very nice to kind of felt like I was with an equal. Um, I was with whereas I think before when I had a cat, it felt like you were the master over the cat, and the cat was just some sort of dumb animal. But I think with this cat, definitely there felt like there was an equal partnership with the love and the energy and everything like that. Um, and yeah, I remember when she was starting to get a little bit older, I would I mean, I felt that when I was really, really down, when I was like in a really bad place. I don't know if this makes any sense, but it felt like the cat was just trying to push energy onto me, good energy through me, um, healing energy. And I know it sounds a bit woo-woo, but I also kind of like remember that when she was starting to get a little bit older. I mean, she was very old when she died, but still moving about until the very last day. Um, but yeah, when you kind of sort of started to notice that she was a bit more not unsteady on her feet, but a bit more careful about walking and stuff like that, you then realise that cats get arthritis and stuff. So I was always sort of like put my hands round her just to kind of like try and put my own life force into her. And yeah, it was just a very, very loving, relationship. I mean, people are fine, but people have bad days and they tell you shit, and sometimes they'll snap at you. And at least if a cat does that, and does unless it does it all the time, which means there's real behavioural problem. It was most of the time it's just it's just their way of okay, that's enough play sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't substitute, a pet for people, but pets give you something different. And it's also said that they sort of frequent a in between world, and this makes sense because one of the things everybody says is that cats can detect spirits, if you believe that in that kind of thing, and they'll and dogs, definitely any animals detect these things, and they'll look at a certain point in a room, and you're thinking, why are they staring there, sort of thing, and it's almost like they can sort of see someone. And sometimes they'll act a bit like weird and playful with something, but there's nothing there for them to play with. They're just kind of acting a certain weird way. It's almost like there's something else in the room, whether it's another animal, animal spirit, or a person or something. Um, so yeah, I mean, the more I understood about cats, the more I understood about my lovely cat. It just kind of made me imagine that, it was a bridge between our world and the next world. So I think, and this is what I'm saying, I think animals, especially pets, have one foot in a different dimension to and one foot in our reality, and they understand both, and because they work with energy, you can feel the energy. I think it's really uh, a lovely thing, that to have this animal that's also like quite spiritual in their um in their existence, if you like. So yeah, I'm feeling quite positive about the memories. We spent a lot of time watching videos, and some of it I posted on this channel. I put a little video together, but it really helped it really helped kind of qualify the decision to you know let her go, because I mean she was struggling, and um even 2 years ago she was like twice the weight. So and yeah, she stopped. I mean, what I used to do is I used to dip my hand in a bag of iams or something. Anyone knows iams? They're the little biscuit things, and I had let her lick the dust off my hand. But she wouldn't even do that on the last day. So she did have a little bit to eat, but you was ending up hand feeding her. So I think she was ready to go, and you'll know if your cat's ready to go. Um, but yeah, definitely don't just have a pet to like breed them or as a toy. Try and the internet is there. The internet can be a very bad thing, but it's also a very good thing for learning about life on Earth and um, everything really. So use it. Um, so I'm feeling quite positive, but I'm not sure if there was a purpose to my little Molly coming to us, then maybe I should kind of like look at my life and thinking, was she there to sort of help me move on to um, something new? Um, I can't be sure, but um, it would be nice to think that, and it'd also be quite inspirational to think that, any sort of soul that comes into your life is there for a reason to actually allow you to evolve into hopefully a better person, but onto a different level. But yeah, I'm gonna miss her. And there's little habits. Came out the bathroom the other day, and I turned to go into the bedroom to give her a cuddle, and I had to stop myself, thinking, she's not there. She's not there anymore. And it's like I was out shopping on Sunday and getting a few bits and pieces in. It's only been it would have only been 6 days since she'd gone. Probably 5 days actually. And yeah, I walked past the pet thing. I was with a friend actually. I walked past the pet aisle, and I just kind of like stopped, and I just had to absorb the feelings that I felt at that moment. It was yeah, it was quite a blank feeling, but I knew what it meant. It just meant the habits and the loss, So anyway, yeah, just want to do this quick video, and hopefully I'll speak to you all soon, because I really need some sleep now.